And you guys, welcome to the channel Top Networkers Group. Al King in the building, your CEO and founder of Top Networkers Group. I have an interesting article for you guys here today. I want to be quick. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know sometimes I say that, and next thing you know, I'm still talking 20 minutes later. But we actually are going to keep this short because I have a lot to do today. Let's see here. One second here. We may or may not be recording. Are we going yet? It looks like we're in. Okay. So it looks like I was getting some error bubbles. I don't know what those were from. So hopefully this goes through because, again, I just want to be quick. I just want to make sure that we hit this. Randy Gage speaks out against cryptocurrency network marketing companies. This is actually interesting news to break because, again, if you go to TopNetworkersGroup.com, our channel, we've been covering this for several videos now since about last month. I think right about here, multiple streams of income, Big Connect GDI. Here I was actually talking about people's addiction to new, which is an article I wrote a couple years back, and it's just an ongoing coverage of, and some of you guys are gonna appreciate this, some of you aren't, but it's just ongoing confirmation and coverage that I'm right. That I know exactly what I'm talking about. If you guys are trying to make money in this industry, you should be listening to someone that knows what they're talking about. Okay, and so this is really just more gloating because I'm right again. First, I told you Big Connect was possibly a scam, but people are all over it because it was brand new. A couple of weeks later, Bitcoin.com breaks the news that it actually is a scam, and yet a lot of people are still digging in. They're still trying to tell you, oh no, just because people call it a scam doesn't mean it's a scam. Just all the regular stuff that greedy people do. I saw something interesting. It was an interesting tweet from someone that said greed makes people do interesting things. And I think that's a very powerful, true, relevant quotation because there's a portion in this article that I just saw from Randy Gage that, again, it echoes what I've been saying as well, that the industry right now, MLM, is not in a good space. And it's because of the people who are in our industry. There are some greedy people in network marketing right now. There are just so many greedy people, and it is kind of annoying because some of us have morals and we're trying to operate our businesses in moral ways that help people, and you have all these crooks and these criminals, and what happens is sometimes they damage our reputation. Like some people listen to some of my videos and tell me, Al, you shouldn't talk about people who you've worked with in the past, you shouldn't name names, but I do it for a reason, and the reason is simply because I don't want you guys getting the impression that I'm anything like those other people, because I'm not. We don't get along because I'm trying to do things on the straight and narrow, and these folks are willing to cut corners, take people out your downline, lie to you, lead you on, leave information out. They're willing to do these things so they can cash a check, and that's bad. And so here's Randy Gage. Some of you may be like, who's Randy Gage, right? He is a author of 11 books translated into 25 languages, including the New York Times bestsellers Risky is the New Safe and Mad Genius. Let's go over here to seekingahomebusiness.com. This is actually a website that I own, and it's sort of a educational platform I was working on. I'm still kind of working on it, you guys. It's just there's so many things going on, and so many people are going to so many places that I've kind of backburnered this one, but it's still kind of a project I want to build because, again, our industry needs educated people. And one of the challenges that we have, one of the reasons that there are so many greedy people is because people are in a rush to make money. And when you're in a rush to make money, you might not always take your time to really figure out what you should and shouldn't do, right? It's just sort of how people are. And so in this rush to make money, there are people who are taking advantage of the ignorant. And again, that's only possible when you allow yourself to be ignorant. So if you don't want to be taken advantage of, take the time to educate yourself. Listen to videos like Randy Gage's talk on how safe is the new risky. How playing it safe could actually put you in a position where you miss out on something that is truly life-changing. Now, let's take that into context of what we're talking about here today. That is cryptocurrencies and MLM. Is it safe to avoid them? Like, is that the new risky? Is that, is it so risky, that's what's really driving people to give it a try, to get into these MLMs specifically that are based around cryptocurrency as the product? That's a problem. It's a problem. Number one, cryptocurrency is too volatile to be your product. Look, I'm gonna be honest. One of the first deals I got into when I first got into cryptocurrency was a crypto MLM, and it was common sense for me after the first month that this isn't what I want to do, and it became clear that this model does not fit with network marketing. In the first month, it was $20, right? So of course I was paying $20 worth of Bitcoin to the person that sponsored me, and of course now the job was to go out and recruit other people who would pay me $20 in Bitcoin. But again, by the very next month, that $20 was like $50. And I could already see going out throughout the year, hey, if this price continues to go up, then this portion of Bitcoin that I'm paying is becoming more and more expensive every single month. And while some people might look at it and say, yeah, but what you're getting in return, yeah, wait, stop. But they're also having to spend more and more every single month. See, again, this is the problem with network marketing. Too many of you guys in this industry think only about yourselves. You don't think about your business partners. Your business has to be affordable for you and your partners, or else you're all going out of business. See, again, this is one of the challenges. Again, we're working within a space where a lot of people just simply don't seem to have education or common sense to understand that you can't do that, not long term. And so you enter companies like BitConnect, where you're lending your Bitcoin to people you don't even know. Think about how stupid that is. Think for a moment. Like, you don't this money's not FDIC insured. So you can't get your BTC back if they decide to run one day. Those BCC coins are worthless if they run and take your money. And you guys have put yourself in this position. But worse, you're making MLM look stupid. You are. Because you guys are just, you're so mindless and just so, let me jump in this, let me jump in that. And again, it's just all goes back to what I've been saying, and so many leaders in the space have been saying. And so I just want to read you a couple of things from here, because I think it's kind of important for you to understand that there are a lot of people who are seeing the same things right now. Says, as most of you know, I released a manifesto about the MLM and network marketing profession back in 2009. It rocked the profession because I exposed MLM junkies, sweetheart deals, and sleazy marketing techniques like front-end loading, which is absolutely, a real challenge in the industry, you guys. All these things, right? From your people who are constantly jumping around to your people who are getting deals to actually promote stuff. So it looks like, they're doing well, but actually they got paid $100,000 to actually go out and promote that said opportunity. Because this is what happens when corporate America started getting involved in MLM. They started using their corporate, tactics and their tricks. And this also includes, again, marketing techniques that leave out information. Just so many things, you guys, that are just unscrupulous, right? So Randy says, now I'm about to do it again. I'm about to rock the industry again. 12/01, December 1st. That will be basically Thursday night, Friday morning, midnight. I'll be releasing the follow-up, RIP MLM. Now, it's so funny because I've been thinking the same thing, like MLM might just be dead. And I hate to say that because, I love MLM. I love the model, but I've been telling you guys for, weeks. Again, this isn't brand new. I've been telling you guys through several videos that I am unpleased with people in network marketing, from people who have joined TopNetworkersGroup and left, from people who have signed up for our system and just to sort of get ideas of how they can go do it their own way, and now they want to call it the broke man's plan, all this extra nonsense. Like, bruh, calm down, man. You're just a thief, right? And so many of you guys like that. You guys are just thieves, and it's just bad, and it's just not. It's so depressing. This is not the direction MLM was supposed to go in, you guys. Okay, And so again, here he is, Randy Gage, feeling the same way. He says, frankly, I am disgusted as what has happened to our business in the last 2 years. I mean, it's almost like he's reading my own blog and just, regurgitating his thoughts. He says it's become a cesspool of corruption, manipulation, and exploitation. Again, I agree. I've been saying it for, how many years now, you guys? He says a perfect example of what is happening now in the cryptocurrency and Forex space. Now, this is important because, see, the Forex craze happened just before crypto, right? And this is something I just noticed. People were leaving MLM for the Forex. Oh, I'm doing that Forex now. I'm doing that Forex, right? And I don't want to blame the youngsters who kind of took our industry in a different direction as well. Some of the youngsters came in, the Wake Up Now crew, for example. They didn't want to wear suits, and I'm blaming David Wood for that too. They didn't want to wear suits. They didn't want to dress it up, especially if you're doing well in the company, man. Go ahead and rock that suit for the meeting, right? But no, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to adhere to any type of behavior. Wanted to go at other MLMs. Wanted to talk bad about this. Is all the nonsense, right? This is where a lot of it started. And so a lot of these guys didn't ever truly understand MLM or teach it right. So their followers, a bunch of people who came in through the doors, they never got the right training. Never. So they were prime for these scams. And speaking of which, the first one was like the Forex. People were like, man, we should be in the Forex. People making money and investing for years and years. Here's my Forex program. Pay this money to get in my Forex program. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not do that. Frankly, because I wasn't sure if people were actually making money on their trades, or if the money was coming simply from the signing up of members. And I'm frankly tired of that. Like, there's too many companies, too many opportunities like that, where people are just really recycling memberships, but no one's actually truly learning anything. I always talk about Level 1 Network. It was an opportunity for us to learn SEO. I took it serious. I watched all the training videos. A bunch of people who signed up paid $600 to get in that opportunity, didn't even watch the damn videos. It's a shame. Because now I'm doing SEO work for myself, for clients. I'm making money with the skill set. Other people who came through the program, they're just right back at it, doing the same stuff that they were doing. None of them realize the power of SEO to this day, right? And it's the same thing here with the MLM space. People don't understand MLM, especially the ones who got in, possibly like Randy said, in the last 3 years. These are some of the least trained, least personal growth driven people I've ever seen. Some of the greediest, self-centered people I've ever seen and ever worked with. It's probably at the worst it's ever been, you guys. And other people are seeing it. So again, with the Forex space, it looked like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's people are just getting scammed out of their money. And the same thing is happening right now with BitConnect and other Bitcoin and cryptocurrency based opportunities that are in MLMs. Here's the problem. And I'll link this stuff up so you guys can actually read this. That's really all I wanted to quote here from him for right now. It's worth reading. I'll just make a quick comment. When you go down to the comment section, you will see a bunch of scam artists down here who are talking against this. Just sort of take note of who's talking against what Randy's saying, and realize that there are sharks in the water. Okay, there are a bunch of scam artists in the comment section. Okay, bunch of them in the comment section. And again, this is sort of the challenge that we have is, when there's no respect for leaders in the industry, people will take down leaders. Oh, Randy, I don't like what you said, so you don't know nothing. You're ignorant, Randy. You shouldn't be saying this and that and the other thing. And all in public forums. And it's just a bad look. Like, there's protocol we used to follow. There are things we used to do. And frankly, I fell out with a lot of people who I used to work with because, I was for the protocols and they weren't. And, point is, you guys, is there are people who are in these comments that you need to be wary of. Okay? And people like this who will speak against absolute experts on topics because of greed. Okay, absolute greed. Let's see here. Just gonna read a couple of comments and then I'm gonna close this thing out. So here's a person that was about to invest in the billion coin. That was some nonsense. So here's a guy. He says, "Bullshit, Randy, because you wrote an article based on lies and false blogs of Bitcoin haters against OneCoin. Now, OneCoin is a proven scam. The founder is actually in jail right now. It's crazy." Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading this live, so I'm just like, wow, this guy's English is really terrible. So yeah. So yeah, man. Lots of lots of people are mad about this article, of course. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys a couple more, and I'm gonna get right to this point. So the problem with it as it exists right now is that it's just volatile. It's just there's no real way to really guarantee that people are going to make money. There's a lot of nonsense out there, and just MLM is just not the vehicle for cryptocurrency in that way. Now, one one opportunity that I feel used cryptocurrency correctly would be the Four Corners opportunity. I'm actually waiting for this link to load up, you guys. Give me a second. Ah, okay. I sent that to the. Okay. I didn't want to go through the entire presentation here, so we'll just see what happens there. I'll pause that. Yeah, but Four Corners did a pretty good job with crypto, and I'll explain that to you right now because I think that's probably the only way that crypto could work with network marketing, and that is as a payment option. That's it. Like, if a company wants to pay you in cryptocurrency, that's one thing. So, for example, um, you've gone out, you sold a product, you sold a service, and it's commission time, and your company says we can pay you in fiat or we can pay you in cryptocurrency. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm opting to take the cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, um, that's what Four Corners does. Four Corners gives you the option of being paid in Bitcoin, or at least they had last time I cashed out. And my point to that is, let's say a company were to do that, where you're actually selling a product and or a service, and that company is able to pay you in Bitcoin rather than fiat. Well, that's one thing. That's different from entirely built on the cryptocurrency itself, where you're buying cryptocurrency and getting a piece of someone else's cryptocurrency and all that nonsense. That's not going to work, you guys. Okay. Even MLM, where you're paying in cryptocurrency at this current time, it's not going to work, just because again, the prices is just too volatile. If you're selling a book for a certain amount of Bitcoin, yeah, that might work as an opportunity. But after a while, how many books are you actually going to sell, right? So there are things that people have to think about. There are ways that it can work with MLM, But the way you're going about it right now is not working. It's not the way. It's not the path. What we're seeing right now are a bunch of people who really don't even understand cryptocurrency. They don't understand blockchain technology. They really don't know too much beyond Bitcoin. They might know about Ethereum. They might know about Litecoin, but you can't get them to talk in too much detail about too many cryptocurrencies beyond those top 4 or 5. Like if we were to sit here and have a conversation about Vertcoin and atomic swaps, already lost half the audience, maybe even 80% of the audience. You're like, who, what, atomic what, right? Like some of you guys don't understand that there are differences between things of like, proof of work coins and proof of stake coins. There's a lot to learn in the space. And, if a person wants to make cryptocurrency, if that's how you're trying to earn money going forward, there are plenty of ways to actually do it. But right now, the MLM business model is not the way. So I'm going to leave some links here for you guys to check out some of this stuff. I'm going to leave this for you guys. I'm going to leave this article for you guys. I'm also going to leave this link here to Four Corners. It's $18 to get in one time. Go out and share it with 4 friends and have them share it with 4 friends. Together, you're all going to get an awesome education on several topics, and you'll have the option to be paid in Bitcoin. Just a couple thoughts for you guys. Be careful out there with who you listen to, and always, always, always educate yourself so that you cannot be fooled by others. Thanks as always for watching. I hope this was short. We'll see you at the very top. Top Networkers Group.